let's just get this started. So hopefully you guys are ready to roll, ready to make things happen. Hey, it's the Black Filmmakers Lounge, where independent filmmakers, whether novices or professionals, come together to gain insight, perspective, through education, information, networking, and to discuss industry best practices that will advance the Black independent film community. We'd like to thank you guys for joining us. I'm your host, Michael Noe, my co-host, Myra T.K. Henderson, and the Black Filmmakers Lounge. We create our own space so that we can succeed together. What's up, everybody? How you doing? TK, you are muted.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Hey,
Good
Tony.
morning.
Hey, Thomas. Good morning.
What's up? Good morning. Good morning, Brandon. How you doing?
Oh, Brandon. Oh, thank you
Yeah,
for
I hope you
showing up,
feel better, man.
Brandon.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brandon had Anthony for Nate. I was trying to make sure I pronounce his name right. A director. He did all the Sharknado movies, and he has a movie out right now called Nix, and he's actually done a couple of westerns, which was surprising when he said that. So yeah, Brandon's a little under the weather, so he did his show last night, and he's here this morning. So thank you, Brandon,
Thank you,
for
bruh.
being here.
We always appreciate you. So
Okay.
I am, yeah. We're just getting some things going in the background, but let's
Both
talk
of us,
about it.
right?
Tell us what you've
Yeah.
been watching this week. Drop them in the comments. Let us know what you've been checking out.
Yes. What have you guys
You know,
watching?
what
Don't
have
be
y'all
just
been
sitting
up
listen
to?
to. Don't just sit and listen to us. What you
I know
watching?
we say a
What
lot,
you
but you know.
what you
Good morning,
watching?
Derek Jones. How you doing?
Hey,
Yeah.
Derek.
Tell us what you guys been checking out, what you've been peeping. We are doing what it is we do best. Boom. Let me move that up. There we go. See, that's why I like the sit and stand desk. I can just make the adjustments and be like, gotta have fun with these things. Technology, I'm a techie person, so you know I like technology.
Yeah, just bear with us, guys, because like he said, Facebook is making all these changes, and so we are on Facebook today. But they have been making a lot of changes, so we are
Yeah,
trying to we don't know the changes are made until we go live.
till we log in or do
Till we
something,
live.
and then they want us to
Yeah.
be on Meta. Then they want us to be on, like they want us to make sure that you guys throw on some goggles and to see.
Some
That's
goggles.
funny
What?
though. That's hilarious. Like, get your people to get goggles. Like, won't y'all send those things out for free? I don't even have any VR goggles, you know, except for the ones they use at work, you know, and with the students and stuff. But me personally, I don't own VR goggles, and I got a PlayStation 5, and I still don't have them. I see the
Mm.
games and the things they're coming out with, what Disney's is focusing on, and all the different companies. So the meta thing is going to be a big for us as filmmakers. So we need to be definitely thinking about it, at least in the beginning, writing content for the metaverse.
You know what's interesting to me about the metaverse and that other thing you sent me about digitally making people is
Mm-hmm.
that because the generation Z, what is it? Y, generation Y is this technology generation, and they're so used to hiding behind things right now,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't get out and talk to people. They can't make phone calls, they can't ask people stuff. Everything's got to be text message. That's why, if you notice, customer service has gone to so much text messaging,
Right.
because they're catering to this generation, and a lot of them will say, oh, I don't like people, and they're further building things to allow them to hide behind this. So now you have these people where you can digitally make people, and
Okay.
then you're in the metaverse with all these avatars and stuff. You'll never have to be yourself. You
Did they
never have to be yourself.
they talked about that in the film industry. Actually, it's so funny. I was having a conversation about how movies from Hollywood prepares us mentally for what's coming, right? You
Mm-hmm.
take things like Terminator, right, and then you move forward some years later to Surrogates with Bruce Willis, where people had a robotic body, and they projected their mind into the robot. So they were living vicariously through whatever robotic image, which was their avatar. And he got the movie Avatar um, through this. And then you have Ready Player One, right? Which is in a metaverse society where people, to escape the real world, go into this metaverse world.
Right.
So I think Hollywood is always preparing us for, in a sense, for what's coming next, even though some years out, and sometimes what's currently happening. Um, but the problem, I guess you could say, people can hide behind, because grown people hide behind Facebook and Instagram and make comments and postings and take
Yeah.
people's pictures or use fake images and all this stuff.
Exactly.
And but they get found because and I will say this, because unfortunately for the younger generation, they're also more prone to show off what they have or the idea of fame. If you look at all the current rappers that recently died in the last 2 to 3 years, because
Mm.
of their Instagram posts, posting money themselves with money and chains,
Yeah.
and people knew their location, where they were at, and how their careers were cut short. So people still want to be seen as famous. People still want to be viewed. They want those likes. They want the all those things, and I think that can be dangerous in itself, right? Because this is why
Right.
we talk about digital
Absolutely.
citizenship and cybersecurity and all this, and what we should post, what we shouldn't post. Like I would never post. I don't post my location. And actually, when I met my wife and dated previously, when you could start posting to Instagram and Facebook at the time, and um, other sites, the first thing I said to her is, "Look, I don't tell people where I am until after I done left."
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you don't need to know what restaurant I'm at right now. It's not your business. I'm there to enjoy the experience of who I'm eating dinner with and our time together. So posting a picture on Instagram or Facebook or any site to say this is where I'm at, that's that's the young people's need psychologically to be, their value is in being recognized and having how many followers and likes and subscribers, which is unfortunate. But
Mm-hmm.
again, movies are talking about this. There's movies. I remember watching an episode of The Orville where they went to a planet, and the society was based upon your likes, right? And if people didn't like you, you made less
Mm.
money. Right?
Wow.
And then you could either get locked up and all this stuff. So your popularity, even when they went to court, the court based on how many likes you had, how many followers, subscribed. Like, it was so
Wow.
interesting. Um, so it's like we're creating this, and then we got to take it all the way back to 1984, George Orwell. Big Brother's watching you, and
Yeah.
the need to be seen, and then we say we want privacy, but then we really got to be seen. This is why when we talk about filmmaking and filmmakers, the question comes up: are you doing this to be famous? Are you doing this because this is what you love to do and you want to make money, get paid for, like it's your career? Because there's a lot of broke famous people, and then you can be broke and be famous. But there's a lot of people in the industry, you don't even know who they are or know their names. If you Because most people don't even pay attention to the names they should be paying attention to when the credits go up, right? Or who made this movie or who did that and who produced
Mm-hmm.
this. And
The
so
executive producer.
yeah, so it's like our society is most people psychologically is off of likes. They want to be, I asked this question in our Black Filmmakers Lounge community, which was so interesting. Why are you here in the community? Are you here to network with people? Or are you here just to promote? And this to be true. Most of the people who are there just to promote, they're not going to tell you they're there just to promote, because they realize the reality is, ooh, I'm about myself. Like, you won't promote your film just being about you. That's the crazy part. But hey, people don't pay attention. But back to what we're talking about. There's so many movies created talk about it. Even the shows today, when you look at She-Hulk or
Mm-hmm.
Miss Marvel, is talking about the subscriptions and the likes and the followers and stuff. So this is a huge part of our society, you know? So let's find out what everybody's been watching because
Hey, Brandon's got a lot of movies in.
yeah, Brandon
Good.
said watch the prison reality series on Netflix called 60 Days In. Watch the doc Facing Nolan about
Oh,
legendary
yeah.
baseball pitcher Nolan Ryan, and watch the film on Tubi called Terrell. Also finished watching the Netflix doc about the former NFL player turned murderer Aaron Hernandez. Ooh. Yeah, that's a
Ooh.
there's a that NFL thing.
I love sports documentaries. If y'all don't know, that is my favorite genre of movies, sports documentaries. Have you seen Bad Sports, Brandon, on Netflix? It's like 6 episodes of like documentaries about different things. That was very, 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 very good.
Mm. See,
But
you gotta.
what did I watch? I watched What to Do with Your Money. Is that the one you sent me called?
Yeah, yeah. Not what you do with your money. What is it that I sent you, TK?
Okay,
Because
hold
I
on. Let me
sent
tell
out
you
a
the name.
lot of projects to people, and
Let me
so
tell
we
you the name
watched
of
that last week. Oh, Get Smart with Money
it. Get
was the
Smart with Money.
documentary.
So I watched that, and then I think that's it.
Oh, really? That was it.
I watched the football game last weekend. Well, that football game between the Cowboys and the Giants actually was good. Um, oh yeah, he started watching it. Yeah, that thing was pretty. I was like, "Whoa, wow. Um, did I watch anything else other than the Cowboy game or the Giants game? I'm not a Cowboy fan or a Giants fan, but it was a very good game. And did I watch anything else last week? I usually write this stuff down so I won't forget, but I don't think.
Yeah, I watched She-Hulk and Andor and the movie I sent you, and I started something, but I can't remember what it is I started. Oh, I watched Prey. I watched Prey on Hulu. The Predator, the prequel Predator film.
Oh,
That
okay.
was really good. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, that's something
And
else.
you know me, I hung out on YouTube
Mm,
because I was watching Blackbuster.
hmm
It's a podcast somewhat slightly similar to ours with a lot of the Instagram and YouTube famous content creators, the
hmm
black one, and they Big Jaw hosted with another gentleman.
Big
And
Jaw. Who was Big
yeah,
Jaw?
he does a lot of content for YouTube and Instagram. Um, the series I remember watching was Lesbian Homie, and then there was another one he did where his roommate foot all the bills. Like he couldn't, and he's rehashing the series that he did, created them. So
Hmm
there's another one, and Fenarios is something else I watch. I like checking out people's content, especially if it's fun or cool. Some of it gets redundant, I will say that, but content's content. It's like I could tell people there's plenty. You could watch a couple sitcoms and see the same plot within all these sitcom shows because it is redundancy. I mean, you always had this lookalike that pops up. That's when they all got into really shooting the same person twice. When you did that with a lot of shows did it in the early, a lot of sitcoms did it, but then you would see it in Family Matters or some of these other shows. I can't remember all of them, but they all did it. But they were talking about, so one episode they were talking about brown sugar,
hmm
and the three Jade DeFade was on there as a guest, and she's another content creator connected with these guys, and she was talking about how she didn't like brown sugar, how she saw the two um, people as bad people, which was so funny to me because when you hear her break it down, it starts to make sense until you really know you seen the movie. Like the Tay Diggs character, she's like, oh, they cheated on their significant other. They actually never cheated on the significant other. Now, there was the scene where Sanaa Lathan kisses Tay Diggs the night before he gets married, but then that was it, and it was done, and he got married and he moved on. She was becoming friends with his wife, and she was trying to keep him married as a friend. And then they find out that the wife is trying to cheat with the gym instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's when he goes into the restaurant. Was like, I'm here for my divorce, and so that's what do we celebrate? We celebrate my divorce, and it was so funny. But like Jade DeFade felt like those are two bad characters, and they started talking and comparing it to Love Jones. And it's so interesting seeing. I'm an older person, I have to say, how younger people relate to older material to me. Like this was
Mm.
probably out when some of them were kids and I was an adult.
Yes.
And how I saw Brown Sugar, it's a movie I like. I bought it on DVD, when it came out. I was buying a
I
lot of
think I
black
own
films, if
three.
depending what it was.
I think I owned it in VHS, um, DVD. I think I got 2 DVDs. Like, how you see it, you be like, I don't think I had. Let me go make sure I get this.
Yeah,
I think I have it, but yeah, let me just go ahead and make sure I have this.
but it's interesting to see them break down movies because that was
Mhm.
something I know we talked about before, is watching some movies and like breaking the story down and talking about the direction. But the thing I don't want to get into when even breaking down a movie or talking about them is the negative context. It's like somebody tried to post in a group yesterday or the other day. I watched the worst scene. I'm not going to post that. We're not going to allow that to come through.
No, we're not posting that.
Yeah, we're not about negative talk. We're about critiquing is critiquing. I get it, but if you're telling me, well, this is the worst proposal scene ever, okay, what's the best one? Why do you think it's the best? Because how you feel or what you like is subjective. So it just comes down to that. But we gotta look at it. So,
Brandon
Halo.
said he.
Go ahead.
Oh, go
Who?
ahead. No, I was gonna say Brandon also said he watched Knicks, which I mentioned that movie earlier. Anthony Fernandi. I couldn't pronounce his name, Brandon. I kept trying to make sure I said his name right.
Fortnite.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. That's
Ferrante.
yeah, from
Ferrante.
Brandon's guest last night. Yeah. And
All right.
Tone says she watched The Fraternal Machine, Hello, RRR series, The Good Fight, all the Chicago Med dang series, Fire,
Chicago
Chicago
PD.
Med, Chicago Fire. She said she
Chicago
been
PD.
chilling. Yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely been chilling.
Relax it. Just catching up on those shows. And
Yeah, and then
Halo
Halo.
said she watched 1.5 episodes of Jeffrey Dahmer series, had to stop when he was about to finish off the 14-year-old. Wow, too
Wow.
dramatizing for me. Yeah, everybody, I've heard about that show too. It's so funny. It's funny hearing that so many people say so much negative stuff about the Woman King, but nobody's really talking about the Dahmer show, or should even have been created. But then again, it's our need. I told you, watching into
Mhm.
people's lives, even though voyeurism is considered a sexual thing, I think people get pleasure from looking in on people's lives. Not
They
it doesn't have to
do.
be anything
It's just like
sexual.
the Truman Show.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
is.
like the Truman Show.
And they want to see how things play out. So when we rehash things that are traumatic to families, or because do we ever think about a movie like, or a show like Jeffrey Dahmer, and how it impacts the families that went through it? Do we ever think about how telling real movie stories, even though they're important to understand and know, and that's what newspapers and books are for and stuff. But then when it depends on how we film something, if it's romanticized in a filmatic way, because there's drug dealer movies that make it look, selling drugs look like it's cool, right? Then there's drug dealer movies that make it look, hey, this is dose reality. You get locked up in this game, you only got a couple of choices. Even Ghost ain't make it out, so it's like, that's where
You
I
said
look
Ghost
at those
didn't make
things.
it
Huh?
out. Faces of Death. Think
Yeah.
about it. They had a series of Faces
Oh
of Death,
yeah, I
and
remember
I
those
worked at a
things.
video store, and those people were coming in for that Faces of Death. I mean, they had the whole, and people were renting that thing, and they were watching every series, watching people die, and that was their entertainment, and they really enjoyed that.
And we
Watching
talked
people
about,
die.
during that time when those things were coming out, we talked about being desensitized.
Yes,
You know.
That's what to me too much news does to us. When you're on your Facebook feed, it's some days I'm on Facebook and after I see the third person then had a death, like I get off because it is because I stop. I'm the type of person I'll stop and I'll pray, say a prayer for the person and the family. If I didn't know them, I know them. Most of the time I don't know because it may be somebody's aunt, grandfather, kid, a lot of young people in Austin,
Hmm.
Texas. A lot of young men, a lot of young black men have been dying in Austin, Texas. And after I see the third one, I'm done. If I scroll through my Yahoo News feed, and as soon as I see the second bad story, I'm done. Because, like you
Hmm.
said, it desensitizes us because we get to the point where we try to block it so we won't carry that weight of whatever the story is because we don't want to put all of that on us because we're human and it's heavy. But we keep
Hmm.
looking, so we start doing these blocks, these subconscious blocks to get through the feed. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, crazy as it sounds, but that's what's happening. And it's like we're not trying to be desensitized. It's just that it's so much that we have to put some kind of guard up to protect our mind and heart.
Right.
So, and that's all I have to say about that. Like for
All right, so we've been on our filmmaking soapbox for a minute, so we're gonna hop right down because we talked about what we seen, what we watched. Yeah, as you guys can see, it wasn't a whole lot, but some of the same old so far.
I'm
Um,
gonna watch some stuff
we
this
were
week.
supposed to see The Woman King last night, but my wife was tired, so I had to cancel the tickets. Um, but we have some other stuff, like we still got to watch the Tyler Perry movie. I've been seeing stuff about that. And and everybody's a critic. I guess I get tired of everybody being a critic. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't watch this. Don't tell me why I should. If you didn't like it, you can share why you didn't like it. But there's even in the stuff I don't like, unless I just didn't watch it because I wasn't interested in it, that's a difference. But even in stuff, I've still found scenes or something that stood out that I was like, man, if they had just played on this some more, it would have made the story better, or it would have did this, it did that.
Right.
You know. So that's kind of where I am. But
Oh man, I can't wait till you see The Woman King. God, Thomas said he watched it twice. He
yeah, I
watched it
saw
again
that.
for the second time. Woman King is baby. That is beast. That is a movie category beast.
I got to see that movie Beast. I'm waiting to get that. I'm gonna
Oh,
buy that on with Idris Elba. So I was looking for that script, TK. You emailed it to me, but
yep, I
nothing
sure did.
showed up.
What you mean?
There's nothing there.
There's no attachment. I attached it.
Nah,
I
there's
made
no
sure I
there's
attached.
nothing in the attachment. I opened it up and it said sampler scene BFL, but then there was
Oh, you know
nothing
why? You
there
know why? Hold on,
because
hold on, hold on,
you didn't
hold on.
save it.
No, because I had two screens up and it saved the wrong one. So give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Uh, add me in as a collaborator.
Oh, you can do that. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me save. Yes, save. Okay. So hold on. Add you in as a collaborator. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
You have to send me the session ID or something like that.
Oh, I'm gonna send you the I'm about to send you the you
See
got to show
y'all,
me how
this
to
is
do this.
so when
Okay,
you
how to do the
guys
collab.
you send me to the collab. Oh, you're talking
No,
about nah. You're posting it. So let's go to that. Let's do the
no,
Stranger
no,
Things.
no, no, no. I'm sending it because you got to color code it and all that. No, I'm sending it, but I
Oh,
wanted I
okay.
pulled it up so you can show me. Oh, here it is. Collaboration.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The host session allows you to select script to host.
Right.
Um, okay, well let's just do this since it's already named this. Initiating collaboration. Now you are hosting, share this, refresh, and synchronize guest copies. Now, how do I put the guest in?
You would need to send me a thing to collaborate. It's the sample thing, right?
So I still have to send it to you.
Well, the session ID. Yeah, send it to me and let's see what happens. I forgot how to do the collaborate because it's been so I haven't collaborated with two people. I think I collaborated
I,
once or twice on here.
I've never collaborated with anyone on here, guys,
Really,
so
this
I have
it
no
was
idea.
fun. Like, and then something else does it. Keltex does the collaboration. Another software allowed you to do collaboration, so you could be doing the script at the same time, which was actually one of the smart moves for a lot of these softwares, because you can be in two different locations. Usually, it gives you a session ID number, if you got that.
And guys, let me share this. A lot of people call me and they want to give me a paragraph for a story, and they want to say, this is okay, I'm just gonna tell you a sample. I want us to write this script together. So they will tell me, I want us to write this script together,
Mhm.
but they will tell me one paragraph, or they think writing me some notes for 5 pages for a 90-page script is us collaborating and them getting 50%. That's not how this works, guys. If you want 50%, if you want to co-write with somebody or present the opportunity to co-write with somebody, you need to come with work. You need to know how to write as well, or you need to be writing on paper. You need dialogue, you need everything to help formulate that story, not coming with a paragraph. And I say that because so many people do that to me.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not 50%, guys. If you don't have the skill set to write or create the story, then what are we sharing? You're basically giving me a paragraph and want me to write 90 pages with the skill set and all everything I've learned for the last 16 years. That's not 50%. That's not co-writing. That's not half and half. So just wanted to mention that. No, I'm not gonna watch Nope probably because it's a scary movie. I don't watch horror, Brandon. I know.
Oh,
I know.
TK,
Hmm.
in the chat, in the interview chat, there's the session ID.
What? I saw that.
Yeah, to collaborate. Yep, just copy that and paste it into their thing for collaboration up top on the script. See what just happened?
No, 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 no. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's go back. Give me a second. So you said, because I seen the session ID.
Uh-huh.
So I went to
Okay.
collaboration
Right. And
and I
let me
said,
see if I
okay.
did you say okay?
See? Yep. And see, you're now hosting session.
Do you see what some words pop up on the screen?
Yeah, it says you're hosting set. You see it? I'm sharing my screen.
Oh,
It
okay,
says
okay.
you're now hosting session ID number, but how do I send that to you?
I got it. Like we should be on together now.
Okay, let me see you type.
That's what I just did. So
Where'd you type it?
hold on. Okay, so let me see something.
Now my nose is itching.
Did I pop up with something?
I don't see
Oh,
anything
okay.
on the little box. I wanted you to change something on the script. Can you
All
change
right.
something on the script?
Now refresh on the script, see what
Oh,
happens.
it says refresh. Okay, it says refresh. How do I refresh? Only thing I know how to refresh is to close out.
There should be a box that says collaborator. Hit refresh on that thing. I
Okay,
don't
hold
know.
on. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it.
Did you see what
I
did I
see
put
it.
on the script?
I
Should
don't
be the last
see it.
thing at the bottom. We're just
Nope, I don't
checking
see
this out with y'all.
Look, I know. So
It's
y'all,
not
this is
working.
a
It's
collab.
not working the
So
way
this is
we
on
thought it
12. This is
should.
on Final Draft 12. It's a collaboration. I don't see anything. I just see what the last thing I wrote. But um, when I hit refresh, it refreshes.
That's
Manually
interesting.
refresh your script. Refresh.
And you put the code in, right? And so we should be. It says hosting, and so there should be a thing that says collaborator or collaboration, like another screen that pops up.
Right. If it's on your
And I said
screen,
hi on it.
go back to your screen. Go back to your Black Filmmakers Lounge screen and look.
No. What I mean is, there should have been a thing that popped up that said hi for me. So, because in the collaboration mode, you can talk to each other.
That's what
Let
I'm
me do.
telling you. If you go back and look, I have that box up and there's nothing there. I'm gonna
Oh,
put hey, yeah.
you
See,
started. You started a collaboration. So, what's your session ID number?
it's
Put that in the
three.
text thing. Oh, is it the thing I sent you?
No, it's right here. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm
See,
gonna put it on the chat. Hold
yeah,
on.
because then I'll have to just join that way.
Oh, I can't put it on the chat because I can't comment. Let's shoot. Where am I gonna put it at? Oh, let's see, guest chat. Okay, there we go. I'll put it in guest chat. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was
oh, I
talking
see
about.
your session. Oh, I didn't know you started a session.
Yeah. See, black people,
That's what
man.
you were saying. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Black
I
people,
need to
y'all.
go into your session.
No, we're good. Could not connect. Please double check your session ID. So yeah, see if you can go into my session, but I think I ended it.
You think you ended it?
Yeah.
I've never done this, so this is
Yeah. Well,
interesting.
okay, we'll talk about that another time. We will, because we know what time is going by. Um,
Okay.
so
Did you get the scene?
yeah, I got the scene. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
boom. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see this? All right, so
I got to stop sharing now.
oh no, you're
Okay.
good. I mean, I show mine, so as you guys
Okay,
are
got it.
sitting hanging out with us, you can see now.
Can you see? Can you guys see that? You might have to make it. Make the text bigger. Okay.
I'm gonna spread this out just a little bit. There you go. So as you can see here, here's the text. This is what we created. I'm gonna delete this piece that I wrote in there because that was just for TK. To see if she could see the collaboration side. But when we're talking about collaborations, you just click here. It creates the collaboration, and then you can join and then put in an ID. Excuse me, hit OK, and then that ID works. Or if you want to host a collaboration, it should be okay. So I wish it was a bit simpler than that, like an email, because that would probably save or cut a lot of time.
That's what I was hoping it would have been like an
Yeah.
email and you can just connect the person. That would have been the easiest thing.
Yeah. So, but you know what? If that's the thing, you send it to
Mhm.
Final Draft, and they will look at incorporating such things. That's the one thing about these software companies. When you make suggestions, they look at that. So you can turn on tracking to track your script. Of course, this is where you make your title page, your beat board. Here's your different views. I do normal script view there, but I am going to do just leave it as a script page view and script speed, all this wonderful stuff. All right. So in that, you got your tools and you can put it into what we call tag mode. And what tag mode allows you to do is to tag sections of your film. Oops, let me move this to the side. Why did I have it open last time? I did have it open last time we were talking, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
So you wrote your script. You need to tag sections of your movie. And it should open the tag screen, unless I got to shrink this. Let me see. Because that could be, I got.
So when he's talking about tag, guys, what we're doing is he's showing us how to manually on the script tag the wardrobe, the props, the location. Um, what else were we tagging? Props, wardrobe, character. So it's color coding the script.
Right. Because you're going to save that and to bring it into another software. What is that in my background that's open? Maybe that's the problem. Clear. Get rid of that. Sorry, I do apologize. I got more than one thing open. That's the problem.
Yeah, we did,
Don't save.
guys. We did test this offline last week before we got off. So I know
I
you
know,
guys.
right?
Why did they do this? We really did test. We did do this last week before we got offline. That's why we said we were going to do it
All right.
today.
So in tag mode, you're
There we go.
tagging, right?
Okay,
So
now
Amber's a
now
character. She's a cast member. So we would tag Amber and you just tag it, right? So
can
now
you
we
guys
got
see that?
Amber,
Okay.
right? And so if we had other pages in a script, it would tag everything that that has Amber, every scene. So if when I'm looking for Amber, all her pages would come up right here. Okay. It gives you a page length. Of course, if we have a synopsis, we have any background actors. So we got another main character. So we're going to say, okay, Amber's tagged. All right. So we add her in. She's over here, tag scenes, scene category, and she's a cast member. All right. So she's one of the main actors. You got your background actors, your stunts. These are all actually color coded. They should be. And I had a different thing with the color coding. Let me see if I can bring that up. Here it is, because I use these from time to time. My other one isn't there. But so as you can see, when you look at a script breakdown, the actual script breakdown form, and you can go pull one offline. We will be having one in our Black Filmmakers Lounge planner. We actually have more than one in there. So if you need to make copies, things like that, we will have that in there. We actually have a checklist for other stuff as well. I'm doing some redeveloping after talking to TK.
It is amazing. I'm so ready because I'm. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the people with speaking role should be in red. But see, I feel like that's strange to me. So let me check something because sorry. I just because there was another one and I don't know if this is the one. So I want to find. So look, you can because these to me should have been in the colors that they all represent instead of randomly put into a color.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see,
I wonder if you have to set those colors in final draft.
usually they should be set up though.
They should be set. It's final draft 12, right?
You can go set that up, but yeah, so JJ's a character, right? So I want to tag JJ as a sorry. It's hard because I got too many boxes on my screen.
I know. We trying to keep up with them. If anybody like me, I'm like.
So JJ's a character. I try to I'm gonna undo that tag real quick and then I'm gonna redo tag. Add tag. No, it still did Amber, so I'm not gonna do it that way. Undo tag, and let me click off of JJ. Let me go get JJ here. I moved too quick. I do apologize. We had this like set. We walked through it with each other. That's the crazy part. Because it keeps popping up. All right, here we go. So tag, and then we'd have Jamal as the main character. So everything that Jamal's in. So Jamal's now tagged. When you export this out, so we want to say, okay, we have a plate. So we're going to tag the plate. The plate's not a character, it's a prop. So it's something that somebody's using, so we would tag that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then we should tag, Amber should be tagged again. Make sure we tag Amber in. There we go. Oops. I don't want Amber tagged as a prop. So I'm going to go here and I am going to undo tag for Amber. I'm going to tag Amber, but I'm going to tag her as a cast member. So she's going to show up with Jamal. There we go. All right, I'm getting back in the hang of it. It's been a minute since I did this.
Okay.
So, then, so all the parts where Amber is, I would tag her. Things like Legos, right? So a massive Lego world, but I would tag that as a prop, right? So we tag that. So these things will be in this scene. And when it's time, now this would be color coded. Technically, you would go in and the colors I showed you guys earlier, you would change these to those colors. So you would see them in those colors, right? Because when you print this out or when it imports it into your software, such as Movie Magic or chimpanzee or gorilla or any software that connects with Final Draft, it's gonna see them as what they're tagged in for the scene. So if it's a stunt, vehicles, camera, effects, wardrobe, makeup, hair, animals, music. If I have somber music playing, then I would tag something in there for the music. If there's a scream in there, that can be a sound effect. Just because my actor may not give me the best scream. Location, room. Yes, save. So that's what I would do. Okay. So that's how that works. And once it's done over here, you're just going to export it. You're going to save it. You're going to go to file. You would save as, it's usually a particular type of file. Actually, it should, or they might have changed it because it used to be SEX file. Yeah.
FCX file?
SEX.
Oh, Final
file.
Cut.
Final
because
Cut.
like it was Final D.
It had
FDX
a
is Final
SDX.
Draft.
It had a SEX file. Yeah. And so it would save it as a tag file. And when you import it into the software, it's not going to be the FDX, but they could have changed it where it's now in FDX no matter what. So it won't matter. Because there are, again, these softwares have made changes. The cool thing I like about Final Draft, by the way, is speech. Like, I can have it read to me. I love having it read to me. So I would change all my speech controls to a certain character, and then I would just go into the mode for it to speak to me. Where is that? As you can see, it's been a minute since I played around with mine because TK started writing our scripts. I'm just gonna be real. When TK sends me a script, I have it read it to me. I'll be like, somebody sent me a PDF of a script, and I was like, oh gosh. This is a long time ago. You know, I'm like, no, send me the FDX file. Just send me. Well, no, I need to send you. No, I want to hear it. I already have. I'll set up the characters.
I still read scripts.
Yeah, you know, but no, I read it while I'm listening to it. The thing is, if I listen to it while I'm reading it, also reading catches your mistakes, like the words or things like that. So, like, that's why I like it. You can speed it up. You can change the speed on the read.
I did speed it up one time, but then it was too fast. Like, I speeded it up to the next speed. It was too fast. Then the other one was too slow, but that's how you catch your mistakes. But you know what? Me, I just pay the editor $150 and I'm like, do your job, lady.
Yeah, and then like if somebody makes mistakes, like you'll catch those things, but like, you know, you can use format assistance to find the mistakes in the spaces. There's sometimes people took too many spaces in their script. So it helps you get rid of those things.
Yeah, and you can set that format assistant every time before I print a script. It actually does a format assistance for me and finds all the necessary spaces if a character talked twice in a row or something like that. And then I can go back and print it. But that's already programmed to where I hit print. It offers me the format assistant first. So that's something you can do. Yeah, up on printing as well.
Yeah, and so people need to think about that because I mean, there's just so much you can do with Final Draft. This is why I like it. I don't know why I can't see the read thing. Normally I could just click and it should read it for me when I wanted to. Because I have it in tag mode. Maybe because it's in tag mode.
Probably in tag mode, yeah.
There we go. I took it out of tag mode.
You can set the voices to man high voice, man low voice.
Yeah, that's why I like about it. I'm telling you.
Child voice. But it only has 6 voices. 2 men, 2 women.
Here we go. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, okay, let's check
Interior
it out.
Williams home, JJ''S room, day.
See, you know what I mean? It should keep going though. Right. Keep playing it.
Yeah.
An empty plate sits on the nightstand next to a fully made up bed. JJ sits on the floor next to a massive built Lego world set. A somber Amber enters the room and screams. Startled, JJ looks back. She yells out, "Jamal, what's wrong, Mom? I thought you wanted me to get better." Amber rushes over to JJ and embraces him. She cries, "Baby, what's wrong?" He appears at the door. His eyes light up as he rushes over and joins the embrace.
So as you guys can see, yeah, like, right. So you
It's a
got it.
whole free table read.
I know, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of paying a lot of money for a table read and wasting people's time on your different drafts, because again, let's just say this is the first draft. Let's say like that, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna bring people in. I might have one person who reads my first draft, but I don't want a bunch of people's. But I'll take a 2-day break from my first draft and I'll go chill, and then I'll come back to it and I'll have it read with me and I'll catch my mistakes. But I also start hearing, plot holes. Like, wait a second, what happened here again? That didn't, oh, how does that connect? And then you got a list. And then that other person, they're looking for stuff too. So they're going to get back to you. And then, and so you're also not wasting people's time because, because I can hit TK and be like, hey, I need a script consultant on this script. And she's like, okay. And she's going to charge you, but so you don't want to waste her time having her read your script 50 million times because you're paying for each one. And I'm not saying be cheap. What I'm saying is by the time it gets to her, she's helping you refine to get your best. Right?
Amen.
When you and so you want to just have, that's why we talked about earlier in a few episodes about having your core team and your core people. So
yes,
there's tools in this. And once you get all this together, because like I would go through, I don't know why the colors aren't, but I would change the colors, right? So you can put a plus button and you can tell it what the category and what color you want it to be, the text color or the highlight, things like that. And you're just going to set that up. So I would go through and set all this up. I'd probably have it as a template. I don't know why. For some odd reason, that's probably a downfall to me with Final Draft, and I'm going to come out of this to y'all. Why Final Draft just doesn't have those colors already preset. And maybe because some people do change their colors. I don't know. But me personally, I'm a person when you got a script breakdown sheet, and it was so funny because I was just using those with my students because we're breaking down some Pixar movies. They're learning. I teach a class called Lights, Camera, Literature, and Literacy, and we break down, movies in that, right? And so now this is based on Storybinder. So I'm going to show you what Storybinder has for color coding. But I'm also going to show you how back in the day people color coded a script. And you can find these on the internet. It's nothing big or, it's just that how people find this stuff. So here's the script. And we were supposed to have certain basic colors. And if we have those basic colors, then we don't run into these issues, right? So if you know your colors, you see right here, these are locations, right? Light switch, kitchen, table. These are things that they need to get or have. All right. A badge, a wallet. These are things that the character has to have a prop. So these are part of your location. The pistol, you got to have a pistol, but you got to clear your insurance for it. So it's been marked twice. Front door lock, this is a sound. Right? But see, this is somebody else's script breakdown. But if you look at a script breakdown, here's the thing. It tells you the cast is in red. The special effects blue. Wardrobe is circled. But then there's other color coordinations, right? So this is, again, green, pink for vehicles and animals, brown for effects and some music. And that's what I knew. So when I saw the music thing, I'm confused because I know that the color brown is going to be for music and sound effects, for sound. Mm-hmm. Right? So here is, boom, this is what they have. See how the colors change for somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Props and op, they got it. This looks brown to me. This is purple to me. Well, this is why you have to have one uniform thing, or you got to provide this every time you send this out with your script or to your crew when they break it down. That's the thing about having this uniform. Like my grad school program, we learned the other opposite way of the thing I showed you guys earlier. But you notice the difference in colors, right? Somebody else did them differently. So the props are in brown when the sound's supposed to be brown. So again,
Right.
it just really depends on who you're working with, what you need to see. But this should help you. This is a script breakdown sheet. So how this works, you take that scene, what's the page count for the scene, the date, the production company, title of the project, what scene you're working on, the number of scene, the scene's name, give it a name. Is it interior, exterior, day or night? Is it the script page, what page you're on for that? What's the location? And describe it. What happens in this scene? Very brief, right? Who are all the cast members involved? Boom. Any extras in yellow? Stunts are in orange. The extras and atmosphere are green. So when you look at now, this would confuse me. Extras, atmosphere, extras, and silent. Because there are, to me, the extras in the atmosphere are usually silent. They're not talking. Your extras that you interact with that have talking scenes, that would be something different, right? Unless you're going to make them cast, but they wouldn't be big cast to me because they may be a one-day part where you interact with the waitress, or you're in a bar, you're interacting with the bartender, you're talking to them, you have a conversation. They're not a main character. We're only going to see them once. Special effects, the props, right? The vehicles, animals. Vehicles and animals are very costly. If you got insurance, they're going to ask you, you got vehicles, you got animals. And then you have
The first
guns.
question they ask you is there live rap music? A few years ago,
You know
that
what?
was the
Yeah.
first question they asked Kelly. She said, "What?" That was the first question. Is there any live rap performances?
Because
That
rap
means they're
music at
game
one
bangers
point
on
brought
set.
to that connotation. Yeah. Your wardrobes are circled. Your hair, asterisk by your hair and makeup. Special equipment might be needed. So what do? Like maybe I need a jib here. Maybe I need a slider. Maybe I'm using something else. So maybe we're using a drone as a part of the scene as well. Special equipment, production notes, things you want to put in. Let's say I'm shooting outside somewhere, like a club. I need a police officer. That is also in your thing because security, police, those things you want to put in. And I have that in my checklist. So that's something for you guys to thinking about when it comes to this. Is your script breakdown? The scene like that, we would have had 3 people. We would have had the mom, the dad. We would have had for props. You saw that I highlighted the Legos, the plate. The scream of the mom. The mom her actual scream may not be at a frequency I would like my audience to hear. I could have somebody else scream. So we don't even think about that. Like let's take Star Wars, and we were just talking about people selling rights because I heard Bruce Willis kind of gave up his image rights for the face change to like a twin or a brother or somebody to be able to play it. So he can continue being an actor in films. James Earl Jones supposedly sold his voice for Star Wars to continue to play Darth Vader, even though he's retiring. So, you think about that stuff, right? So we're thinking about voice, and I'm going to get a sound effect of somebody screaming. I may have someone else come scream because I just don't. Some actors don't have the voice. It's like the actor they did originally have played Darth Vader. He didn't sound menacing enough. If you ever go watch the videos, so they got James Earl Jones, and he's been iconic as Darth Vader for all these years since 1977. Let's think about that. You know, um, I mean, till today, James Earl Jones has been Darth Vader in the new Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. So, I mean, between him and Chewbacca and the droids, they've been around the longest. Kind of. But the droids and Chewbacca have been around the longest to me. But so that's what you want to think when you're breaking down your film. You're looking at page count. That's why, again, Final Draft is a way because it gives you the page count, right? It helps you understand those things. What's up, fam? What's up?
It says Facebook user. Sorry, guys. I don't know your say name.
I don't know.
But guys,
watch this. The funny thing is, it's either Jacoby or it's Derek. And if Derek, you're in DMV and you ain't page or he text me yet or called me, brother.
Yeah, that sounds like Derek. I'm with you. It could be either Derek or Jacoby for sure.
But
what I was going to say, guys, there's so many techniques and so many there's so many ways and techniques to do all of this script breakdown and script. It's so many different techniques. So don't get overwhelmed when you see like, oh my God. That's Derek.
It's Derek because he's on set.
It's Derek. Hey, Derek. Thank you for
so
jumping
the rain ain't
in.
messing with your set, man, because it's been raining, bro.
But don't go to get overwhelmed. Just each piece at one time. And that's the thing about building a team. Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. So just keep that in mind when you're breaking down and doing your own films and just keep that in mind. It's a lot of techniques and just don't get overwhelmed by.
Yeah, and do your research. Like, again, there's production books we've put up, and in those production books, it actually gives you the script breakdown and the color coding that is mostly used in Hollywood or the industry. I'll say the industry. I'm not going to say Hollywood, but the industry. And so this is the reason I try to push independent filmmakers to go towards some industry standards is not because I want you to spend a lot of money. No. Because the stuff is not as expensive as people originally thought it was, first of all. But the reason I do it is this. Some of you are going to be working with industry people at some point. I don't know. There's some people that I've met in the film industry who are now doing stuff for BET and doing stuff for Netflix and doing stuff for Amazon. And I always say Amazon, I mean actual Amazon, not say, oh, my stuff is on Amazon. No, actually filming with Amazon or filming with Tubi is now opened up their own independent thing where they're paying people to do productions now. So you're going to be working with industry professionals, even though you've been independent. So you want to be able to easily transition. And that's why you definitely got to find those mentors and people to connect with. And this is why I'm all so big on stop promoting your stuff to filmmakers and start networking with filmmakers. Promote to your audience. When you promote to a bunch of filmmakers, it tells me you don't know your audience. Because I'll be real. I know most filmmakers are so concerned about their own stuff. To be honest. And in a filmmakers group, they're in there for one or two reasons. To learn what mistakes they're making or learn how not to make those mistakes before they get there. Or to promote their stuff. And the part they should throw out is the promotion thing. Like, don't promote your stuff. The quickest people to rip your film is filmmakers. Because everybody got the answer. That's not your audience. It's like somebody said, oh, y'all keep asking people what kind of movies they made and what's their resume when they start bad-mouthing Tyler Perry or somebody. The reason I ask that is, what's your last film? What's your last project? You're looking at somebody who's got their stuff somewhere that you want to be. I'd rather know business practices. I'd rather know how you did it. Whether your movie sucked or not, that's not my concern. Because at the end of the day, if you made the money that you were to make off your project, it didn't suck. It doesn't matter how I feel about it. If you spent $100,000 and you made $1 million, you didn't suck because you made more than you spent. You made your money back. Return on investment. So any investor is going to go, yo, I'm going to back that guy. And so I want to know how you talking to investors. I want to know how you're planning to make the film. I want to know your process. I want to know what issues you ran into when you did this. I remember Jacoby hit me up. Hey, how do you get locations for your film, your projects? I happen to just know different people who were like, hey, you can shoot at my house. Hey, you can shoot at my apartment. I lived in an apartment complex that rented out an apartment for a day for $250. I was like, oh, well, we'll just do 2 days. It's $500. We'll shoot here for 2 days. And then they end up offering me a discount. And so but that's, to me, is about building relationships, because somebody can call you. Then when I said to him, hey, you got any realtor friends? Because people are always trying to rent places and stuff through realtors. He was like, wait, I never thought about that. And he said, thanks, man. I'll call you later. Went to call a realtor. We overlook those opportunities because we're not talking to people. And then we're sitting here when we got to shoot in a week or so. Oh, does anybody know a restaurant? Well, a week? Man, that is you could have had, watch this. If you planned well ahead, you could have had the best restaurant. And you might not need the best restaurant. I understand that. But if you plan late, you may not get the best you could have had.
Absolutely.
So that's why networking is so important. That's why talking to actual people. That's why stop posting your videos to get people to watch your YouTube channel and start talking to people. Because again, we talked about, if people don't feel like they know you, why are they going to do a lot of stuff for you?
Absolutely.
Why am I stick my neck out for you? I don't really know you, and I don't know if I can trust your thing. And your people are going to be going off my word to vouch for you. I wouldn't ruin my relationships to do that.
And stop tagging people into your stuff that we haven't seen. If you have no permission to tag people, I have so many actors that are tagging me. I'm not going to say so many, it's a couple, but they're tagging me in their stuff to see, for my people and for me to see their stuff. And I haven't seen one of them. I don't know if he can act out of a paper bag. I have no idea, but you're tagging me, and thank goodness I can review it and post it on my profile if I want to. When I remember to go in and do that, but don't tag me, and I've never seen you act, or anybody, and we've never seen your stuff or seen you act. We don't even know who you are.
I don't know you.
I
Why
don't
are you
even know who
tagging
you
me?
are. I've never met you.
There's this new tag thing they do when you join groups. I haven't done it. We don't work like that. But if you do at everyone, it tags everybody to your stuff. And I'm like, yo, don't do that, man. Because I didn't vouch for that. You're tagging me is like saying, yo, Michael Melvin solidifies what I'm doing.
Exactly. 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 And there's some people, like Brandon tagged me. Brandon has every permission to tag me. I know Brandon. I communicate with Brandon. He's doing the show. I'm promoting the show. So he tags me in the flyers because, and then I can, when I remember to share them to my profile, I could share them to my profile. But I had to do that only because all these other people I don't know who don't have permission are tagging me and stuff. So guys, make sure none of us are tagging people that we do not know or have permission from in our stuff. Amen.
Yo, Jamal is my best friend. Like, I've known this dude since 6th grade, and I still ask his permission to tag him. Yo.
Me too. That's how I do my friends. They be like, girl, you can tag me. I'll be like, oh, thank you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wait till people tell me. My best friends. Girl, you can tag me. I'm like, oh, if I'm not part of it, don't tag.
See, look, Derek said, if I'm not part of it, don't tag me. I'll share it when I get to it. It's how to respect. It's like, also, here's the thing, and then we're gonna dive in this and dive in real quick. If you put your production under someone else's work, your production link, or I got a movie. That's called spamming, by the way. That is bad business.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't respect people who do that. I have no trust. I call it spamming. It is spamming, by the way. And it's too bad. It's bad business to me, because it's saying to me, if it wasn't for the viewers looking at this person's stuff, you wouldn't have anybody, because that's why you're tagging under their stuff. That's why you're posting your video in there or your link and all this stuff. They didn't ask you to do that. It's like, why would I go in a movie theater and put up a trailer of my movie while someone's watching the trailer of somebody else's movie they paid to see? You see what I'm saying? That's really what you're doing. You're taking someone else's space, and and Derek said he deleted it. I mean, it's bottom line. Because we're here to, excuse me, we want you guys to be successful as a core group, as everybody in here, and it's come from respect.
Absolutely.
I respect the people I communicate with. I may not talk to them every single day or all the time, but it's better not to tag people just to your stuff. I mean, I know TK, so if I say I can trust what TK tags me on, so I have no problem with it. I can trust if Jamal tagged me or something, I can trust it. I have no problem with it. Derek tags me, I have no problem with it. Lewis, I know these people. There's a difference. But if it's somebody you've never met or you don't know, I'm like, yo, I don't mess with them. Then
somebody, one other person I did know, but she wasn't the greatest actress. And so I knew her and she's met with me, but she's always trying to use our relationship to elevate her. Well, let me know if they have stuff going on in Atlanta that I can audition for. Do you think I'm going to sit here and send you everything going on in Atlanta that you can audition for? Ma'am, that's your job. I'm not your manager. I'm not your agent. And you can't act that well. But she started tagging me in everything. And I'm like, okay, hold on.
So for 10% of your income, you can tag me. Like,
I kid you not, but I mean, she would tag me in stuff that had nothing to do with film. And I have another guy I met one time, and he tags me in everything.
But before you can tag me, we have to have a contract.
Amen. So anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out.
We hope we shared some stuff. We know we went through on the script breakdown because we were running through issues on the collaboration part. We'll fix that. But because that's a tool I want to definitely work, because I'm going to get back to writing scripts and stuff. So I like to still collaborate. But, because TK, I was like, well, the thing is, okay. All right,
and TK gonna go.
I like when TK writes scripts, because here's the thing: I send TK an outline, and I'll be like, "All right," and then
bye, Derek.
What's up? See you, man. Hey, hit me back. Hit me later, man. Thanks, brother. So it's like I like TK's writing, and it connects with me. Like,
Amen.
If I have something I want, I'm like, okay, TK knows it. She knows how to write for my style, right? And it shows, because when the productions we've done together, we've gotten the response.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's like, okay. And when people gel together, I like that, because then you don't. That's a relationship. That's a working relationship. That if I succeed, she succeeds. And that's how I look at it. Everybody around me, if I'm working with you, I'm doing something, I want you to be successful. If I'm successful, if we get $1 million, you getting a portion of that. It's breaking, we're trying to make it big. If this happens, but me, I'll be like, I want to shoot a low budget film. She knows it. She's like, hey, this is how much I want to spend on this. And she's like, she'll ask me the questions. They know the right questions to ask you, or they challenge you. They say, oh, do you really think you need this? Is this a scene you really, you did this elsewhere already? Why do you need that? Or she'll solidify something I'm thinking. Like if I'm not feeling something around, no, don't mess with that. It's good. Okay. Or take that. Why is he singing this song? I remember that conversation. I was like, I didn't think you should sing the song. But like, that's what you do. And that's why networking is so important. That's why those relationships are so important, because people, if you're honest, then the real critics are the people and real criticism says, here's what's good, here's what's bad.
Right.
Here's what I like, here's my question. Why do you have this? Why don't you? Or why doesn't he do this? Or when you start doing that, like I told somebody, I said, man, my friend TK, we were talking about weird science and how you could make it today, or couldn't make such a movie today. And then she was listening to us and she went and wrote a script. I said, man, I will back that script. That is her Disney film. I like Project Him. If you read that script, I'm like, yo. And then the people we said to play the characters, they're getting old, TK. They're getting older. We need to get them now.
I'm working. So I'm waiting on a couple of phone calls right now for Jade. like literally, because God said Jade is my first script and The Guard is my second. So
Okay.
I'm working. I'm getting the Project Him. Like I'm getting there. Like if I could shoot, listen, if I had my way, anyway, I'm laying everything out, guys, so I can just hit them. I have the editor, I have the sound man, like I have everybody in place. I
Right.
just
And
need fun.
there you go. And she built those
Everything else.
relationships by talking
Yes,
to people. And she's been working on sets. She's been doing her thing. And that's what I always respect about TK.
amen,
I celebrate my people because they do
amen.
great things. And we celebrate y'all too, because y'all are peoples too. But I'm just telling you, my people, like TK, is doing her thing. And she stepped out on a word. God said, move. And she moved. Hey, write movies. Write these types of movies. Things. I love movies about healing or changing people's lives or getting people to reflect. I told somebody one day I could take the whole Bible and turn it into a cartoon. I was hoping they did that with the Bible experience, because they had the audio, right? They got the audio, and I'm sitting there like, yo, they just need to turn this into a straight up cartoon. Just take the audio, they put the effects in there,
Right.
the sound. They just need to make that happen. So the thing is, people, think about it like this. If you learn the industry standards, how to write a script, how to break down a script, how to put everything together that you need to put together, right? Then when those opportunities they're there, you get ready, you stay ready, you'll be ready.
That's right.
You've heard that plenty of times, but it's true. Some people aren't ready because they're not prepared. And then
Because you're waiting on something to take place to get ready. Now,
Yep.
lay that stuff out. That stuff, the casting call. I got casting call. I got everything set up, ready to go.
And you know what? Because we sit and we talk about it after the show. We were like, okay, now we showed them how to write the script. We just broke that down. We need to show them how to do a script breakdown and how that would look, and what they would use for that. We did that, right? And then we're sitting there like, wait a second, but what happens when you got to cast the actors? What does that look like? How do you write a casting call? Right? You got to develop the characters. That's another thing that's going to be in the thing is developing your character. Like, you got to write about your character and who they are and all that stuff. That's in the planner. The planner is going to be.
It is.
It
It's not going to be. It is.
It's not going to have everything in it, but it's going to have almost everything in it, pretty much. You probably, let's just, we're trying to now decide, is it a book format or is it going to be a digital format? That's the question now. Because, some people like TK, they'd get the book. Other people, they might get the digital and start filling it in.
So do both.
Do both, yeah. We hoping to make those things because we want to impact your life, So
absolutely.
We definitely appreciate you guys for joining us here at the Black Filmmakers Lounge. But it's been a minute, so I'm not going to play the intro because we played the intro already. What I am going to do is I'm going to play this. Hey, thank you for joining us here at the Black Filmmakers Lounge Saturday morning indie industry shop talk. I'm your host, Michael Melvin, with my co-host, Tamira TK Henderson. And we hope that we have fed you knowledge and information and insight on how to make your film. So I hope you're working on it. So I hope you've written a script. But just to let you know what the Black Filmmakers Lounge is about, it's where independent filmmakers, whether they're novices or professionals, come together to gain insight and perspective through education, information, networking, and to discuss industry best practices that will advance the Black independent film community. So we just want to remind you guys that in our own space, we will succeed together. So we got to remember that. That's why we created this space. So we just want to make sure that you're going to be strategic, intentional, and authentic. And that'll get you much further than anything else. I'm telling you that right now. All right, so we appreciate you guys. We hope that you learned something. In the following weeks, we may be coming up on a break, a brief break, but we are still putting things together. And we're going to take a small break and we're going to come back with some film festivals. Right? We're going to have film festivals. We're going to be creating some panels for producers. We're going to be working on that. There's some things we're definitely, because this is about educating you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you had a wonderful time. Let us know, did you like while we were on YouTube? or you like when we're on Facebook, or hey, it doesn't matter. You do both. Let us know what's up. We love you guys. Like, subscribe, share. That's how you let us know you care.
Like, subscribe, share. Hey, Lewis.
Like, subscribe, and share. What's up? All right, we love you guys. We thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. And I appreciate TK. I'm going to give my girl her flowers. Thank you, TK. You're awesome. You've been putting stuff together. You do what it is you do. Wait, says, you're about to blow up set. Your copyright in place. We do what we do. All right. Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Thomas. Halo.
Halo.
Who else was hanging out with us? JD.
I know some
I'm
people
sure
don't
you'll
say
catch
anything.
it. We love
And
y'all.
the people
Derek.
that don't say anything. Hey.
Derek Jones. Thank you very much for joining us.
Derek Jones, yes.
And we talk to y'all later. God bless.
All right.
Peace.